Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ifeoluwa. In this video I'm going to show you how to sew a perfectly padded bustier and how to attach your yoke neatly to your bustier or to your dress or top or wherever you're sewing. So I have a video of how to cut it already up on my channel. You can check that before you check this, or you can check that after checking this out if you want to learn how to cut this. So this video I'm going to show you everything on how to attach the yoke neatly, on how to pad your bustier. So if this is something you're interested in learning, please stick around and watch this video to the end. If you're also seeing me for the first time and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do well to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and also feel free to leave your questions and your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much guys. Now let's get started. So here I already cut out my fabric. This is the front pattern and that is the yoke of the front pattern. Then this is the back pattern and that is the yoke. So for this front, this is the center front which you're meant to cut out on fold. And then I also cut out the lining for this. So I have both fabric and lining. Then that is the side. I added 1 inch for the side seam and ½ inch round for the rest. So for the yoke, I also added ½ inch round and then I cut out on fold. Then this is the back. I didn't add anything for the zip allowance because I already have it on my pattern paper. Then I added half up and down. Then that is the back yoke. I also added ½ inch round. So what I want to do now is to cut out the pad, that is the wording, what I'm going to be using to pad the bustier. So from this part here, I'm just going to come down by ½ inch so that it won't interfere with the neckline of this bustier. So I'm going to be coming down by ½ inch there, and I'm going to be connecting together. So I'll be cutting that's from that ½ inch to the under bust. So that is going to serve as what you'll be using to cut out the padding, the wording for this. Now I'll go ahead to do the same thing for the side. I'm also going to come down by ½ inch there. So whatever you do for this center front is the same thing you do for this side. Then I'm going to connect with a curve to the under bust. So that is going to be the cup for the side. Then I'm going to cut out. So I'm cutting the under bust and then the ½ inch that I took away from that side. So that is what we're going to be using to cut out the wording. Now this is the wording I'll be using. Then this is my pattern paper. I'm going to be adding ½ inch at that side there. Then you make sure you are cutting the center front on fold. So it has to be on fold, not in pieces. So I'm going to cut out. I won't be adding any allowance up and down, but I'm going to be adding at the side. I'm going to be adding ½ inch allowance. So for the side seam, I'm also going to do the same thing. I'll be adding ½ inch only at the side. So that is where the joining is going to be. For this one, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be on fold. It can be in pieces for separate parts. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just cutting out, then I'm going to add ½ inch there for the allowance. So this is what I have after cutting. This is the center front. You can see that it is joined together. It's not in pieces like the side. Then I'm going to proceed to use my iron to join to add this to the fabric. You know, the wording has like a gum on it, so you are going to be joining that gummy part and use your iron to press it to the fabric. So before pressing the wording to the fabric, if you have hair stay or paper stay, please you can go ahead to gum the hair stay or paper stay before gumming this wording. Now I've already attached the wording with my iron to it, so you can see the way it is sticking to the fabric now. So I'm going to go ahead to join this bustier together. I'm going to join the front pattern together. So you note that whatever I'm doing for the main fabric, I'll also be doing for the lining. For the back pattern, I'll also go ahead to work on my darts. So I'm going to notch the darts legs, so the both lining and the fabric. Then I'm going to be using my thread just to demarcate where the dart is going to be. So this method is really easy for me. That way I will know the point of my dart, where to stop and where to start. So guys, this is how the front pattern looks like. You can see the bustier, so you can see how it is well structured. So this is how yours too should be coming out. And then what I'm just going to do here is to notch the sides where I've joined those parts, because it is curvy, so that it's going to come out really nice. I'm going to notch that part, and then you must iron this. So if you have a tailor's arm, please go ahead to use your tailor's arm to iron this. So this is what I have after notching, and then you can see the lining too. I've already attached the lining together for the front pattern. So here I also have my back pattern. This is the dart area. I've already sewn the darts together. Now I'm going to move to the yoke of the front and the back pattern. So I'll be starting with the back pattern. This is what I have for it. So in the video of the cutting, I showed us how to cut this keyhole for the back. If you want it to have this keyhole design, if you're not going to be extending the zip to the upper part. So I'll be using my bias tape to turn over that keyhole area, and then you can also use it for the neckline area. For the front yoke too, you can also use the bias tape to turn over the neckline of the front yoke. So I'll take this my machine now to sew the bias tape to the keyhole. So guys, this is what I have after sewing it. So you can see how neat and clean it looks like. Then I'll go ahead to attach this to the fabric in the neatest way possible. So this is how it is meant to be. By the time I'm done attaching, you can just arrange it together like this, and then you turn it like this. So that is the front side of the yoke of the net facing the front side of the main fabric. So that is the right side facing each other. You're going to just attach like that. Then you take the lining too, and then the right side of the lining should also be facing the right side of the fabric. So that's where you are covering up the stitches in a way that it won't show at the front. So you can go ahead to sew with the inches that you left at the top. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to join them together like this and then turn it over. So that is the right side to be facing each other. Then you also take the lining and also place it the right side facing, and then you sew that part, and then you can go ahead to top stitch too. So now for the front pattern too, you go ahead to do the same thing. You can start the pinning from the midpoint. Naturally, this is how it is meant to be after sewing. So you also just take this like this. The front sides should be facing each other, the right side should be facing each other, and then you start pinning from the midpoint. And then you also take the edges, that is the sides, and you also pin, just so this can be uniform, so that you won't have any excess or shortage of any material. So you pin like that, and you also pin the other side. Then you take the lining to the same way you did for the back. We'll also be doing the same thing for this front part. So the right side of the lining should be facing the right side of the fabric. So guys, this is the result after sewing. You can see how neat it looks like. If you also check the back, you won't see any trace of thread showing. That is because we've used the lining to cover it up. So this is what I have, and then you can see the inner parts. That is where the stitches are. You can also see the back pattern, that is the back part of this bustier. You can see how it looks like too. It is also covered, the stitches are covered. And then you can see this is the zip part. So when you want to fix your zip, you know that that is where the zip is going to stop. So that is what you are going to have after fixing the zip. So after doing all this, you can go ahead to do the remaining things you have to do. So I'm just going to sew the shoulders together, and then I'm going to sew the sides together. This is the result of the bustier with yoke, guys. So you can see that it came out really nice. You can follow this method and you see that you have something as nice and neat as this. You can go ahead to complete this, whether it is a dress or it is a top. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.